One day on the island of Sodor, there was a fireman going on from last week. There was Percy, who had enough talking to Thomas, and Thomas, however, was being rude to Gordon every day. And he too was going to be getting in trouble until when the Fat Controller finds out about him, he might be doing something. And so he left without saying another word. Gordon was most upset. Tom Howard to see what the news is going on. He checked to see if Thomas and Percy were okay. He shunted them together, face to face, but he tried to stop arguing with them, but it didn't work. You two will be able to stop arguing soon, says Tom Hat. And then, he added, I hope you'll be sorry. And that was that, and all the engines were very selfish. The other engines were very concerned. Did maybe someone want to take the coal train since the wharf side ended? We can't just do that, said James. Otherwise, we will be able to cause confusion and delay. Nelson soon spoke up. Have you guys known anything about this? He said sternly. Or else Thomas and Percy will continue arguing with each other. Payne was even more concerned about Thomas and Percy being arguing, but still, ever since last week, Thomas was being soaking in the sheds all day. Take no notice, Payne, soothed James. I'm sure we'll be alright. And everyone agreed with James, and this will be a good idea for them. Meanwhile, in the sheds, Thomas was still unhappy. He wished that he had something more work to do, instead of just staying in the sheds all day. Just then, White Train pulled up beside him. Come on, Thomas, he said. Not working with you, huffed Thomas crossly. Well, don't be complaining about it, Thomas, said Payton happily. That means we could do work together. That did the trick. And even his driver and fireman agreed. Thomas puffed happily away to help Payton. And when he told the other engines, they all smiled. That means we could do our work, said Edward. And this means I will be able to get some passengers on time, said James. Then he agreed. And they all went to help, and they all went to play games and went to trucks in the yard. Soon, Payton and Nelson loved shunting trucks with each other. They had a great time. Meanwhile, Thomas and Percy were talking at Napa Station. They told him all about the meeting and was talking at the same time when Payne came rushing by with the express for Gordon. Take care of yourself for Gordon today, called Thomas happily. You too, Thomas, whistled Payton happily. Meanwhile, Danny arrived and backed up to his coaches. Do you know how to get a station, Thomas? He asked. Well, hope so, replied Thomas. Either I'm not gonna get in trouble. Just when he said this, the guard blew his whistle, and the passengers climbed on board Thomas's coaches. And with a toot-toot, he puffed away happily. Soon the guardian blew his whistle, and Denny rushed away after Thomas. One afternoon, the Fat Controller spoke up to Thomas. Thomas, he said, I need you to take some over to repair the new bridge. They needed some new one, he said. But so, Thomas, I need you to take one and take them to the suspension bridge. Be quick now. Thank you, yes, sir, said Thomas happily. That'll be exciting. And he puffed away out of the sheds. Soon, Thomas arrived with empty coaches, and he coupled up to some trucks. Just as he was about to set off, Percy rushed past. Look out for the car at the level crossing, he cried. Alright, Percy, said Thomas. I'll be able to do this. And he puffed off happily. Thomas was a splendid one. He was puffing happy, and he was making up for lost time. His driver agreed. That serves you, Thomas, he said. But was still found mood, and spoke up too soon. Further up the line, the car had broken down right in the middle of a level crossing. Two ladies were trying to push her off the line. The innkeeper tried to call the tow truck to push the car away, but then it was too late. Thomas eventually passed the red signal. We better think about it, it'll be too late, they cried. As soon as the gatekeeper ran out of his frags, it happened. Thomas smashed straight through the genes in the car. The innkeeper charged up to see if the girls were okay. Where's the men? They will hear a engine go. Where are they? He shouted. Oh, please don't tell me there are people in that car, grunted Thomas sadly. The driver whispered to the fireman. The death blue engine striped again, he whispered. Thomas was most upset. Soon the big truck arrived and took the red car to steelworks. Thomas felt unhappy. I've let it down, he thought sadly. I must take the workmen quickly. And he puffed sadly away to collect the workmen. Poor Thomas felt alone. He was sad and sighing until it was gonna take a long time. Just then, Nelson pulled up beside him. Thomas, he said, I want you to come with me, please. But Thomas was very concerned. I thought you didn't want to know me. Nelson smiled happily at him. Come on, Thomas. Let's go get the new bridge. It'll be a surprise for you. And that made Thomas feel much better. So he set off after Nelson. And when Thomas arrived, he gasped to see the new bridge. It was completed, and all the workmen had finished the bridge already. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Thank you, Nelson, for giving me my advice for the new bridge. You're welcome, Thomas, said Nelson. Only you'll be a brave engine. Thomas smiled. He learned that really useful engines would do as they were told. Do 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 do, beep 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 beep.